Hi there and welcome. My name is Ayu Akinrotimi and I'm excited to be with you on this edition of our broadcast. Today we're going to continue on the subject of money, which we started during the last broadcast. However, today we're taking things a step further as we will be exploring the subject of the first principles of money. And I'm excited to be serving you on this one again today. Have you met anyone who thrilled you by a display of understanding on a particular subject? Maybe take for example mathematics. Their grip on numbers, their understanding of numbers and how they play around with it and how it thrills you, right? It could be very, very, very amazing sometimes. However, what I found out is that like a professor of mathematics once told me that it's going to take you a minimum of 1,000 years to understand all mathematics. So technically, while you feel that, oh, this person knows mathematics, this person understands the subject of mathematics, the truth is many a times they really do not know mathematics, as it were. What they have an understanding of is the first principles of that subject, and so they've immersed themselves in the first principles. They understand how it works and they have gained mastery of that subject. It's the same with any other subject in life, in school, at work, in career, in business, whatever it is you're trying to do. You need to understand the fundamentals, the first principles that guide those subjects, that form the basis, right, for those subjects, for those topics, for the subject matter that you're exploring. And that's what we're going to be doing today with money. The key to mastery of any subject in any body of knowledge at all is understanding the first principles. You must understand the first principles and be able to build up from there. And that's why today we're going to focus on the first principles of money. And the first one we're going to be exploring today is the basic equation of money, the basic equation of money, the basic money, or the basic money equation, anyone you like to call it, the basic equation of money. This states simply that your assets are a combination of your liabilities and your equity. I know that might sound like a whole lot, but we're going to break it down and make it very easy for us to understand. Now, what are your assets? Assets are simply what you own. What you own. It could be in form of cash, money, cash. It could be properties, real estate properties, equipments that help you generate money. But in simple terms, like we like to do on this broadcast, assets are what you own. They belong to you. They are yours. And they help you generate income. They help you generate more money, right? And there are various forms, right? And however, there is a second leg, and that's the liabilities. The next thing on that equation is liabilities. What are liabilities? Liabilities are what you owe, your debts, your loans, anything, whatever you owe anybody are liabilities. Now, assets, liabilities, and there is a third one in this equation called equity. Now, what's equity? Equity is what is left, what you have left. After you look at what you own, that's what belongs to you, and you deduct what you owe, what is actually left is your equity. And that's why when you are measuring real wealth, you don't just measure with how much asset you own. You measure with equity, because it's the real figure, right, that tells what you have left after you have met all your obligations, and you have paid your debts, you've cleared your debts. What you have left is essentially what is truly yours at the end of the day. How then do we make this work for us? How then do we make the most of this principle? Very simple. You will realize that in the basic money equation that I shared with you, assets equals liabilities and equities, it means that what you actually have left, equities, is your assets less or minus, or what you have left after deducting your liabilities. Assets minus liabilities. What then is the wisdom that you require in order to grow your wealth, to grow your finances, and be prudent when it comes to the use of money. Very simple. For this equation, fundamentally, you need to understand that you have to increase your assets and reduce your liabilities. Increase your assets and reduce your liabilities. Increase what you own and reduce what you owe. Increase what you own and reduce your obligations, right? In terms of your debts, your loans, and all that. The moment you can begin to apply this fundamentally, you will begin to see results. What I've also found out is that, interestingly, this basic equation cuts across other areas of life. I'll give you an instance. For example, maritally. So you've married someone who is priceless, who you believe is priceless, who has come to add a lot of value to you, your husband, your wife, but for whatever reason, you've chosen to have an illicit affair, to have an illicit affair with someone an extramarital affair with someone who is not your spouse. That's liability. What you have will not be a home, right? So what you would have is what you have left after every time you get back, every time you look at your life. What you have left will not be a home. What you have is what you have left after you have deducted the implications of having an extramarital affair on your marriage, on your life, on your emotions, on your finances. What you have left is what is actually your marriage, not necessarily the asset called marriage or home, right? And on and on and on and on like that. You can apply it to other areas of your life. You can apply it to your academics. You can apply it to your career. You can apply it to it. With life, what you have as life is an asset. However, the distractions are liabilities. The distractions that you allow to stay, that you nurture, the wrong habits that you nurture, will drain life, will drain your assets, will reduce the quality of your life, the quality of your assets, and what you have left will be what you have to play around with. Remember that at the end of the day, the real measure of your wealth, the real measure of what is with you, isn't what you own in terms of assets, neither is it what you have incurred as liability. However, what is going to be the key determining factor of that at the end of the day is going to be equity. My advice today is that you would increase your assets, reduce your liabilities, increase what you own, and reduce your obligations, because until you do that, your equity does not continue to grow. No wonder the word equity is also referred to as your net worth. Your what after netting off your liabilities. Your home net worth, your marital net worth, is what you have left after you have deducted the liabilities around your marriage. Your academic equity, your academic net worth, is what you have left after you have deducted the liabilities around your academics. The quality of your life, the net worth of your life, is what you have left after you have deducted the obligations around it, right? The liabilities that are around it. What you want to do, therefore, is to reduce your liabilities. Do not create liabilities for yourself. Invest in assets. Build assets. Invest in assets. Invest in what you can own and can generate more income for you. And as you do this, I see you growing in all areas of your life and making that significant leap you've always wanted to make. Thank you so much for listening today, and I'm excited to have been a part of this. And let me assure you, your greatest needs are about to be met. Thank you. Today, I'd like to remind you to please subscribe. Click on the subscribe button at the bottom of this video, and as well as the notification button, so that you can always get updates whenever we upload videos.